What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rebel Lachelle, your new favorite place for all things YouTube and small business. Today, we are going to be talking about how to overcome camera shyness. I am an expert at this. I have plenty of experience, and I am here to depart all of my wisdom to you. Here on Rebel Lachelle, I talk about all things YouTube and small business. So if you're looking to start a YouTube channel or you want to try and grow your YouTube channel, you should definitely hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos full of content that's incredibly valuable every single Thursday. Now, before we talk about how to deal with camera shyness, it's important to define what camera shyness even is. When you have a camera in front of you, a lot of times you end up flubbing, you end up feeling weird, looking awkward, and doing all kinds of stuff that you wouldn't do naturally. And so my job today is to try and help you feel more natural in front of the camera so that you can show your true personality and everyone can experience the realness of what it is like to be with you in person except via the camera. So let's jump right into how to overcome camera shyness. The first way to deal with camera shyness is to be incredibly knowledgeable about your topic. And this is a suggestion I use for my public speaking students as well, is that the more that you know about whatever it is that you're talking about, the less concerned you're gonna be about whoever your audience is, whether it's a camera or a large group of people. So do as much research as you possibly can about whatever it is that you're making a video about. Feel confident enough just to talk about it in casual conversation. And once you feel like you know the information inside and out and you can just talk about it without looking directly at a script, then you're going to be ready to make your video, present in front of a group. Any of the things that you need to do, you're gonna be able to do it better because you know the information so well. Think about how much easier it is to talk about your favorite show as opposed to a new concept that you learned in school or that you read about on the internet. Talking about your favorite TV show is much easier because since you're so passionate about the subject, without even trying to, you're gonna spend more time learning about it. Therefore, you're gonna have more knowledge, you're gonna be more confident, and you're gonna have less problems with camera shyness. The next thing that you can do to decrease your camera shyness is to have an outline. For example, I have an outline for this video right here in front of me. I'm gonna have this with me so that just in case I get totally lost and I don't know what to say next, I have a list that I can refer back to. Remember that when you are recording something, you have a record and a stop recording button. So if you forget or if you get freaked out or if there's a plane like this one right here, you can just stop the recording and then press record again when you are confident and ready to move forward. The other thing about having an outline is that the more you clearly have articulated what you're going to talk about, the more well-planned and prepared you are. So when you make an outline ahead of time, you're gonna feel more confident in what you're gonna talk about. You're not going to start rambling and talking about random stuff because you're gonna keep referring back to the outline, and having that good plan will carry you through any camera shyness you feel. One note though, I'm gonna put my outline out of sight from the camera so that I can fully gesture and fully be myself for the camera, and then whenever I need to, I can grab it, look at it, see what's next, and then go back to actually talking. The reason why this is because we have this miracle thing called editing. We can edit out when we're looking at our outline, but having that outline there is kind of like a crutch for you that no one else needs to see. The next thing you can do is acknowledge that nerves are going to happen and that camera shyness is actually really common. And so if you are expecting yourself to have those feelings, then when those feelings show up, you won't be shocked by them and you'll be prepared and you'll have coping mechanisms in order to get through those feelings. So don't try and avoid the uncomfortable, weird feelings that come with recording. Instead, embrace them, learn how to sit with them, and learn what strategies work best for you to be able to push through them. The next is practice. Practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the more confident you're going to feel. I would suggest, if you know that you're camera shy, to always do a full practice trial run. Do it with your camera, check your mic, check everything that goes into your production, and once you've done that first practice, the second time is going to be better. And honestly, the third time is probably gonna also be better than the second time. So the more that you can practice, the more that's going to decrease your apprehension towards being in front of the camera, because you'll be more confident again in what you're going to say. What I would recommend is that you use multiple of these tactics tied together and not just rely on just one. For example, if you practice, but you're practicing without an outline, then every time you practice, it might be totally different. So it will be unpredictable what you're going to say. But if you're practicing with an outline every time, then chances are much higher that you're going to be much more confident and know exactly what you're going to say going into that final run. The next thing that you can do is to give yourself ample time to record. Whenever I feel like I am on a time constraint or there's a lot of pressure on me that I need to produce something perfect and creative and awesome in like a short amount of time, I never am able to get it accomplished and do it well, at least to the standard that I would like to be putting out content. So make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to mess up, time for external factors like the lighting not to work out or for there to be a bunch of sounds outside. And by doing this, you're allowing yourself the time and also your environment the time to do whatever or be whatever it is without having to stress yourself out, because more stress on yourself will mean that you will be more camera shy and you'll feel more awkward and your video won't turn out the way you want it to. The next thing that you can do to decrease your camera shyness is to wear something that makes you feel absolutely fantastic. Wear an outfit that you feel like you look good in. Wear your favorite, most comfy, most cute, whatever it is that makes you feel the best. That's what I want you to wear, because whenever you look good, then your confidence is increased, and when your confidence is increased, your camera shyness will decrease. So put on that cute outfit, look extra, do your makeup, do whatever it is that makes you feel great, and then hit that record button. The next thing that you should definitely do in order to feel confident in front of the camera is to have water on hand. Water is one of those things that's really great no matter what you're recording, where you're recording, when you're recording. And the reason is because you're gonna probably be talking a lot. And if you're not talking a lot, if you're just someone who performs in front of the camera, you also might still be putting out a lot of energy. And a good way to supplement that energy is by drinking water. And honestly, water helps you to clear out all those things that end up getting in your throat when you talk too much and your throat gets all scratchy. It's really not comfortable for you, and the more uncomfortable that you are, the less excited you're gonna be to be in front of the camera. So treat yourself to some water because you deserve it and because it will make your life significantly better when you are recording. Another thing that you can do is to establish a recording routine. And what I mean by this is to have a set of different things that you choose to do every time that you record. And having this routine helps you to get into the mood for recording. It gets you pumped, it gets you hyped, it does whatever it is that you need in order to prep you to record. So for example, for me, every time that I'm going to record, I put on my best outfit, I make sure to have some focus exercises, I look over my outline, I usually have a coffee or a Red Bull, and then I know, okay, I'm ready to record. For you, it could be that extensive, it could be even more extensive, or it could be as easy as taking 3 deep breaths before you start recording. But have a sort of ritual for yourself that you always do for yourself before you start recording. That will help to get you into the correct mindset and will really establish, okay, this is recording time, I need to be in go mode, let's do it. If you have a recording routine, put it down in the comments. Tell me what your recording routine is. Maybe we can get ideas from each other of what a good recording routine would be. This is one of my best pieces of advice, and this is to try and pretend like the camera is your best friend. So I know that sounds kind of kooky, but just imagine that instead of talking to a camera and recording, imagine that you're talking to your group of friends that you always talk to. Don't feel like you have to perform to a certain level just because the camera's on, especially when you're just talking to your audience. We really want to see you be you. So if you pretend instead of like that you're performing for the camera, that you're just chatting with a group of friends about a topic that you really enjoy and really want to talk about, then your demeanor is going to change and also your personality is going to shine through in a way that it will not if you're just trying to be like the perfect robot of exactly whatever you're trying to teach about. Remember that your audience is your friends. Essentially, they like you and they follow you, because of how you present information, because of what you bring to the table. So the more you that you can be while you are delivering or presenting for the camera, the better. Let your guard down, be you, and do it by pretending your best friend is your camera. My last and I think most important piece of advice that I can give you is to not try to be perfect, especially on YouTube. YouTube is not a professional TV show. It is a thing that you are creating from your home or from wherever you're going and putting on the internet. So when you are starting a YouTube especially, you want people to connect with how real of a person you are. And people make mistakes all the time. No one's gonna judge you for flubbing over a word or for not being loud enough or for being somewhere that has like a little bit of something in the background. Don't over focus on the things that aren't perfect. Remember that done is better than perfect. And so if you're just trying to like stop recording and then restart and then stop and then restart every single time you even mess up slightly, you're going to get frustrated, and that's really going to come across in your delivery on film. So know that you're not going to be perfect, because no human is perfect, and it's okay if you're not perfect. People don't want perfect on YouTube anyways. They want to get to know you. They want the information that you're going to provide. They want the connection and whatever it is that you bring to your audience. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for the exact perfect everything. So get rid of perfectionism, because she is not welcome here. She does not go here. She will not help you. And just be authentic, be real, and your audience will love it. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Rebel Lachelle. I hope you absolutely loved it. If you got value from this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe to the Rebel Lachelle channel. Share this video with someone who needs it, and come back next Thursday because I put out new videos that will help you create your YouTube channel and build it into a business every single week. Make sure you take time today to do something that will help you to grow and move in the direction of your dreams. Bye!